going to show you how to create a drawing in Google Drive. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm in my Google Drive, I'm going to click on New. And I'm going to go here, I don't see Google Drawings, so I'm going to click on the More. And you'll see when I hover over the More, I get more options, and here's Google Drawings. Now there's lots of things you can do in Google Drawings, and I'm just going to do something really simple. So this is just a blank pad for you to add images, add text, add pictures, lines, all kinds of things to make a poster here, okay? So I'm going to start off by making my poster have a background. So I'm going to go to Shape, and I'm going to click the rectangle. You don't have to do it this way, but that's one tool, so the Shape tool. Alright, so now I click that, and it just starts with this blue color, but if you click on the little paint can here, you can change the color to whatever you want. So maybe I would like bright green, okay? I can also, if I click down here, I can actually get really specific on the color. I can change it to a darker green if I want. I can change it to a lighter green. I can click anywhere in here and it will change my color. So if I did that, see how that worked? So you don't just have to pick from these colors, you can choose other colors as well. But I'm going to click this green here. I want green for mine. And then, so now I have this big space here that's going to be my poster. And I can do all kinds of things. I can add lines, I can add text, all kinds of different things that I can do. Here's what I'm going to start with. This is a text box. So this is a poster that I'm going to make about internet safety. And I want it to say, never share your password. Okay, so I want to say never share your password, but I want it to be bigger because this is a poster. I want it to, so I'm going to click on, first of all, I'm going to click on the font size. Font is are the letters, and right now they're size 14, but I can make them a lot bigger. So I can kind of play around with this and decide what size fits. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. Now so there's my words. I would also like to make it bold. That'll make it a little bit fatter. You see how that worked? And I can also change the font. So there's all these fun different fonts that I can use. And you'll notice when I do that, it changes how big things are. So you can play around with that a little bit. I'm going to pick this one. Never share your password. And I don't want it to be black, so I'm going to highlight this. And I'm going to make it a different color. So I'm going to go over here to the letter, and I'm going to change the color of the text. So I'm going to change it to, I might try a couple of different things to see what looks best. So let's try that and see what that looks like. That looks okay. Okay. Maybe I want it a little bit darker. So I'm going to try that. Okay. So never share your password. That's my comment on my poster. Now that looks kind of boring right now. Now there's some things I can do to jazz it up. One thing I could do is I could use the draw tools, like this line tool here. I could actually scribble, so I could draw my own picture if I wanted to. Okay, that's kind of difficult on this particular tool to draw like that. So I'm going to get rid of that. But there might be something that you want to draw. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the research tool to find a nice picture that'll go along with my poster. So I'm going to go up here to Tools, and I'm going to go to research. And you'll see over here, here's my research bar. Now, I'm thinking, never share your password. What would look good here? Maybe a key, maybe a lock, maybe, I don't know, some kind of closed door or something that shows that this is private. Okay? So I'm going to be looking for an image. So over here, I'm going to use this drop-down menu to pick images. Okay? I just want to see pictures. Okay? And then I'm going to type here, I'll just type password and see what comes up. Oh, there's some pictures of passwords. That would be pretty cool to share with my picture, with my poster. Now, I'm going to do one more thing. Right here, this says not filtered by license. That means that I don't know if I have permission or not to use these pictures. Okay, I can look at them, but maybe I don't have permission to take them and use them as my own and share them with others. Okay, so I want to make sure that I get a picture that I have permission to use. So I'm going to click where it says free to use. Okay, and I get different pictures. Okay, and I can choose from this list of pictures which one I want to use. Okay, so there's all kinds of ones here that I could use, and I'm going to see what this one is here. I think I like this one. Okay, so I'm going to put this one here, and you see how I did that? I was over here and I just dragged that into my poster. Ta-da! How exciting is that? Now, I am going to click off of that, okay? And I am going to make this bigger, okay? So I've got to get back to my arrow key, so it'll let me make it bigger. I'm going to make it bigger just so it looks nicer because it's a poster. Okay, so never share your password. Okay, so that is my poster. There's other things I could do, but right now that's what I'm going to do. Now, one thing I want to do, again, never forget this piece, is we're going to label it. So I'm going to call it my name. And I'm going to say what it is. It's my internet safety poster. Okay? And I'm going to share it with my teacher. So I'm going to click over here to share. And I'm going to share it with my teacher. Alright, so there's my poster that I created using Google Draw Tools.